Good afternoon and thank you for joining me. This presentation is a call to action to raise a healthier generation of kids right here in Cobb County. Before we begin our introduction, I'd like to share a brief story with you. Before I became a health policy advocate, I was a public school elementary school teacher. Each day at lunchtime, I would walk my class down into the lunchroom to have lunch. We were required to stand in the lunch line with our students to ensure that each one filled his or her tray with one food from each food group. One particular student fills her tray with each food and comes to the end of the line with her tray of food and pulls out a $5 bill. She purchases 3 cookies, 2 bags of potato chips, 1 Pop-Tart, and an ice cream sandwich. These items are now piled on top of her school lunch tray. She smiles and then joins the rest of her classmates. I sit down at the table with them and wait for the bell to sound, signaling that lunch is over and it's now time to clean up. As I stand by and watch the kids discard their unfinished lunches, I notice something. That same student dumping her entire school lunch in the trash. Instead of having a well-balanced meal of protein, carbs, and healthy fats, she ate 3 cookies, 2 bags of potato chips, 1 Pop-Tart, and an ice cream sandwich. That one meal alone contained her entire calories for the day. But she is not alone. Right here in Cobb County, the Cobb and Douglas Department of Public Health reports that 36.3% of students are overweight or obese. If we don't solve this problem, 1/3 of all children born in 2000 or later will suffer from diabetes at some point in their lives. Many others will face chronic obesity-related health problems like heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, and asthma. There is a child obesity epidemic right here in our neighborhood, but there is something that we can do to change this. The Let's Move campaign was created by former First Lady Michelle Obama to combat obesity nationwide. The Let's Move Towns and Cities was created in June 2010 and provided the opportunity for local elected officials across America to address the nation's childhood obesity epidemic. This program is about putting children on the path to a healthy future by focusing on the following 5 goals. Start early, start smart. Local elected officials will commit to helping early care and education program providers incorporate best practices for nutrition, physical activity, and screen time into their programs. Goal 2, My Plate, Your Place. Local elected officials will commit to prominently displaying My Plate in all county owner-operated venues that offer or sell food and beverages. Goal 3, Smart Servings. Local elected officials commit to expanding access to meal programs before, during, and after the school day and over the summer months. Goal 4, Model Food Service. Local elected officials will commit to implementing healthy and sustainable food service guidelines that are aligned with the dietary guidelines for Americans in county-owned or operated venues that offer or sell food or beverages. And Goal 5, Active Kids at Play. Local elected officials commit to mapping local play spaces, completing a needs assessment, developing an action plan, and launching a minimum of 3 recommended policies, programs, or initiatives. I propose a $1 million budget. In order to fight obesity in our community, we need $1 million for the development of new parks and playgrounds, to implement a sustainable play street or open streets program, to connect communities to parks or recreational facilities by creating safe sidewalks, bike lanes, and pathways. Everyone has a role to play in reducing childhood obesity, including parents and caregivers, elected officials from all levels of government, schools, healthcare professionals, faith-based and community-based organizations, and private sector communities. Your involvement is key to ensuring a healthy future for our children. I'm asking for approval to begin a Cobb County Let's Move Cities, Towns, and Counties